Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Travels episode. Now, in this episode today we're on a new mod map called Wiśnice. Now, this mod map has just landed onto ModHub. It landed on the 20th of the 6th, 2023. Now it's 215.18 megabytes to download. It's on a version 1.0.0.0 and it is actually cross-platform, so it'll work on PC, Mac, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and the Xbox series of consoles. Now this map was made by Bartso NV3, so I actually think it's supposed to be loosely based on a town in Poland, but I'm not sure because the town in Poland is actually spelt slightly differently. But let's run through a few of the bits and bobs that are on ModHub. So it comes with one farm that does have cows. It's got 204 fields on the map. It's got DLC precision farming ready. You can buy animals and there's lots of different sale stations as well. We'll run through those a little later. There's obviously traffic set up on the map and also custom pedestrian traffic. There's your normal machine shop. There's a few other places to buy things, so like the gas station, there's a dairy, there's some forest areas, there's a mill, and there's some custom textures apparently as well. There's some collectibles as well, but yeah, it's really quite a nice little map. But to play this you will need a couple of required mods, and these are the old grain mill by the modder himself, which is Bartso NV3, the small garage by PR Zemek 23433. You'll need the farmhouses by Bartso NV3. You'll also need the modular wooden shed by Bartso NV3, and you'll need the new cowshed for cows by Bartso NV3. So, as always though, I think we shall start with looking at the equipment we get in new farmer mode. As you can see, we get a not too much tractors and equipment this time actually, so we get a few bits and bobs which we'll just quickly run through. So we get two Massey Ferguson tractors. We get an MF5S105, it's a nice 105 horsepower tractor. We then get an MF3707 AL, which is a 75 horsepower tractor. Now both of these tractors are really nice. I've run the MF5S before on one of my other series on Shire Farms, so that's nice to see. We get the Roshelmath Nova 330 harvester, which has got the 4,900 litre hopper. We get the Welger DK115 trailer. We get the Roshelmath Powerstream 500 5 metre header. We get the Pottinger Servo 25 plough, which is a 1.2 metre plough. We get a Rab EG3-9, which is a 2.5 metre cultivator. And we also get an Agramash Falcon 3. Now that's twice I've seen in custom maps this has come up as a custom planter. This is like a 3 metre 100 horsepower required planter, so that's nice to see that. So not a lot I must admit, but it's all nice to see some variation. So this is the farmyard itself. It's actually a nice small little farmyard. You've got your sleep trigger over here. Lots of nice little decorative objects as well, just to make it a little bit different. The map itself and the farm reminds me quite a lot of Asada, which is not a bad thing, so that's quite nice to see. This is your only animal enclosure, which is your cow barn. Now you don't actually start with any cows if you look in your menu, but it does show cows in there in here as it is, but I think that's obviously there just for decoration for now. There's a few little isms with a cow barn though. Obviously you're going to have to get things into here like your food and your straw, etc. So that could be quite tight. And also the actual buy trigger is through here, so which is a little bit unusual for your animal purchasing dialogue. And it's actually a 24 head cow barn. It's quite nice, but a little bit tight and a bit finicky to get into sometimes. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's quite nice to see a different custom animal shelter. So you also get a very cheap silo, which is very good to see. I think this is similar to what you get on a couple of other smaller maps. Then we've got our machine shed over here, which has got a few bits and bobs in. And then we've got another machine shed here, which has got most of your larger equipment in, your two tractors and your other bits and bobs. There's a slight issue with these doors. So if you open that door and these doors, they kind of go into each other, so just a little bit of an ism, but nothing major. So obviously just be aware of that if you want to get your tractor out of there. You're going to have to kind of keep that one closed to open this main one, but yeah, apart from that's pretty good. So if we have a quick look at what we get in new farmer mode, so we get 78, which is where our farm is, and then we also get 88, which is just over the other side of your farm past these trees. So don't start with an awful lot, but it is quite a nice sized field, so that's good to see. You don't have a custom crop calendar, so there's no custom crops, and there's also no custom calendar, so pretty standard one there. There's quite a few places to take your wares though, so it's quite nice to see. There's 3 or 4, so I think there's probably some translations been going on as well for some of the names on things, but apart from that, it's pretty good. I mean, the actual the prices are pretty stable as well from what I could see, and they look pretty good, so hopefully it should be something you can get your teeth into. Like I said, you start with a new cow shed for cows. Contracts are pretty much very similar to Asada, so the fields aren't very big, they're quite small and they're quite long in places, so obviously the reward kind of matches that. You don't start with any production chains, but it is a nice little map, I think, and it's just quite nice and bright, and it's just definitely built for a bit of small scale farming, I think. So there's a big area here you can expand your farm into, which is quite nice if you wanted to, and there's obviously free water here as well. There's quite a lot of free water on the map, which is quite nice to see. So if we have a quick look at the actual map layout itself, so as you can see we start kind of in central area. Like I said, there's lots and lots of fields of different sizes and shapes and angles and features and that as well, so it's quite nice though. I do like the idea of like some of the fields have got forests in between them, they've got water, like all these here have got a band of forestry, this one's got a lake and some forest around it, this is all forestry around here, and up here you've got like a field here that's got like a little track between the 2 bits and a bit of a forest, so something you could probably even get into by cutting those down and making the fields bigger, or you could just leave it as it is for some type of like natural features to just mix it up a little bit. And obviously this one here as well, 101, it's quite nice to see something a little bit different, I think, as well. But yeah, it's a really nice looking map, to be honest with you. There's a couple of main ring roads. There's like this one that runs from the top down and swings around and comes down the bottom. You've got this one that runs around this area, and then you've got a track that goes around all here, and you've got the main road here as well. You've got a river that runs from this lake all the way back up to the top of the map, so lots of different places for water as well, which is quite nice to see. Big areas of water that you can get free water for your animals or for your greenhouses, so that's good. And then yeah, it's pretty nice, to be honest with you. So I think we'll move on to the productions that are on the map. So if we start down here, got a dairy. This is obviously where we start, this is your house trigger, etc. And then up here in the middle we've got a Dairy Milk Springs, we've got a purchase Green Valley, and we've got a purchase of fresh vegetables. Now, like I said, I think there might be a bit of conversions of translations of English on this map, but it's fine. You've got a nice old grain mill, you've got a gas station, and then up here we've got purchase of golden grain. We've got the barn for, I think that's storing your bales. We've got a purchase Wiśnice. And down here we've got a few as well. We've got a container trader. We've got a sawmill, and we've got a purchase agripon. So I'm guessing that might be like just buying some additional agricultural bits and bobs like your corn and wheat. A lime station, carpentry, farmers market, debris crusher. You've got a biogas plant as well. We've done these two already, yeah. And here we've actually got a bakery, the vehicle shop, and the animal dealer. Now we'll go back to the vehicle shop in a moment. We've got the gas station again, I think. Just double checking up here. Old grain mill, yeah. Yeah, we've done those. So that's pretty much all your productions on the map and selling points. So if I just go here a second, because it'd be quite nice to have a quick look at this grain mill. Something a bit different, a bit of a feature, I think. Very nice, in my opinion, that. Something a little bit different. and nice to see something custom on some of these maps as well. How much is this to buy? Let's have a quick look. 23,000, so that's pretty good. So if you wanted to buy that, that'd be quite a good first production for you on this map, so that'd be nice. So if we go now, and we just go to the shop, which is actually here, we actually get given, says the bakery, we do get given this Manitou with a few attachments as well, so that's quite good to see. A little bit different. Obviously quite a few custom maps now come with vehicles that you can use for loading up and things, so that's good. So that is very nice to see. Now, as I said, the fields themselves are all really nice sizes, ranging from very small thin ones like 150 to slightly bigger ones here like 183, 187, so a bit more what most people are probably used to. Some are square, some have got some different shapes cut out, etc. So I think this map kind of caters for quite a lot of different types of farming as well, small scale and probably then being able to upgrade to larger scale. So that's really nice to see. So I think what we'll do now then, we'll just have a quick look at the actual prices. So we start with 88, so that's 43,000 if you wanted to sell it. If you wanted to expand right into 87, it's 33,000. 43,000 into 86, 36 into there, 58, 70, okay, so 80 would be 83,000, so if we picked one of the biggest fields on the map, okay, so 202 is 555,000, so that's quite a lot of money. 246, 287, so some of the bigger fields down here, 321 are quite expensive. So if we pick some of the longer fields, so that's not too bad, 65, and this last one 49, so yeah, definitely some smaller scale farming can be had as well up here in 21 to 25, etc., and you can expand out a little bit more, so that's pretty good I think. So if we just go back to the main farm, I think this is a really nice little map actually. It's something that you could probably do as a bit of an upgrade, probably from a Sada even. Now, might be something me and Pugsy have a bit of a chat about at some point when we want to move on from a Sada, because this might be quite a nice choice. So, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a like and subscribe to the Grainman channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Many thanks.